YouTube, what the heck is up? It's your boy Joey P, and in today's video we're going to be going over my brand new desk setup. Today is day one of the deconstruction and reconstruction of putting this room back together. I am super excited to get this together. It's going to be sweet. I've got a lot of surprises in there for you guys. I think you're really going to enjoy it. So I'm going to save the hassle of having to watch me take this absolute mess down behind me, but we're going to get right into the building of the next setup. So let's move it along.
As you can see here, this is my original setup that I had going. I wanted to reduce the size of the space that it took up. It was kind of a lot right in the middle of the room. So with this new setup, I'm going to be looking to get a little bit more efficient with how everything is set up.
I bring you a temporary interruption to the video as I wanted to show you kind of how everything doesn't quite go as planned. So as you can see behind me, the wall is now blue, which is supposed to be a accent wall. There was a slight miscommunication, and well, here, let me just show you. Everything is now blue. So we get to have the painters come back and try to fix that so that it's actually what it was supposed to be. But I just wanted to come on, interrupt the video real quick, show you guys that everything doesn't always go as planned. So keep watching.
So this was post-paint job, just a mess honestly, so took all this down. It's time to move on to the build of the next setup. First thing up was measuring and moving the IKEA Alex drawer set into place for the wood top we were going to lay down on it. Shout out to Random Frank P for the idea. Next on the list was putting together the wall monitor mount. Bought this from Amazon for about $35. This is actually meant to be used as a VESA dual monitor converter, but it fits perfectly onto the wall instead, and it doesn't leave a gap between the monitors like a typical wall mount does. As well, it keeps them close to the wall and I don't lose any desk space. Was one of my bigger concerns with the gas-powered ones is that they extend so far out that you lose a lot of space on the desk. To use them, I mounted them to an extra piece of wood that I drilled into 3 studs for extra sturdiness. Forgot to film that part, my bad, and please excuse the paint job as you won't ever see this wood, but it was just a quick run around with the paintbrush. Afterwards, it was time to go to Home Depot to grab ourselves the butcher block countertop that would serve as the main desk unit. I ended up getting a 6-foot piece of acacia wood for 2 reasons. A, it was in stock, and B, it was pre-finished so I didn't have to take the time to sand it and finish it with wood sealer. Just a perfect solution for me, honestly. It even comes with a live edge on the front, which I really like as it adds character to this more simplistic style. Finally got to put the PC back up and time to unveil all the peripherals we will be rocking with this setup. First up is the wireless Logitech MX Master 3S. This was something I've had my eye on for a while as I wanted to keep cables to a minimum on the desk. The keyboard unfortunately is wired, but it is a 100 Thieves edition mechanical keyboard from High Ground, Call of Duty Champs as well, so it's hard for me not to use this one. The mousepad I actually found on Amazon, and while it doesn't fit the whole wood theme, I'm actually really happy with the design, is that this more Galaxy Forest vibe to it, and I didn't want to use my previous mousepad of the glorious Triple XL because it took up almost the entire desk. I wanted to showcase the wood top a little bit more. Moving on to audio, our mic arm is the Rode PSA-1, which is an upgrade for me as I was using the Gator Frameworks arm. Honestly, the Gator arm was kind of disappointing to me. It was a thicker, supposedly more sturdy arm, but whenever I wanted to move it, you had to unscrew the caps. And mine always just felt like it was super wobbly all the time, no matter what I was doing. The mic we were rocking with is the Shure SM7B, which is a classic in the music and podcasting industries. I'm sure you've seen it before. What drew me in on the Rode arm is how easy it is to move around and stays right in place. I can bring it to me, move it away from me, super easily with almost no effort. The headset we're rocking is the Astro A40s, which is mainly a gaming headset, but I do really like the sound they produce for me. I eventually will look into a set of open backs, but for now I'm just going to rock with these as I do enjoy the sound. All of this routes into my Go XLR, which is sitting on a custom 3D printed stand from Etsy. This has been such an amazing purchase for me as it simplifies everything and has all of your audio at the touch of a few buttons and a really nice interface that I personally have no complaints about.
For cable management, because as you guys can see, it's going to be a lot of cables. I actually bought this rack off of Amazon, and it comes with this really nice like wood accent piece that the power strip will sit on top of, and it kind of matches the desk, so I really like that it kind of like goes all together. So, and you don't have to screw it in, which is a big thing for me because I really don't want to screw like a lot of things into the desk. I'd rather have them like clamped to it or something like that so you don't actually damage any of the wood on there. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this in there and we'll see how it comes out.
The wood didn't exactly work how I wanted to, as the surge protector in there didn't allow for the cables to plug in properly, so I actually switched it up, used it more of a cable rack, and used double-sided 3M tape to stick the surge protector to the bottom of the table. While it isn't the cleanest right now, I'm definitely going to touch it up as I go. I picked everything up off the ground. You can't see it unless you're lying under the table, which is all I needed for now. To keep the drawers organized, I bought these felt inserts from Amazon for the top drawer on each side where I keep stuff I use on the daily, and it just provides an overall cleaner look. This purchase from Etsy might be one of my favorites. It is a custom 3D printed stream deck holder that sticks to the underneath of your desk. It slides in and out so you can hide it if needed, as well as turns, which is perfect because I want to mount it straight and then turn it towards me when the streams are on or if I need it. It also comes with a built-in headphone hanger, which will reduce clutter on top of my desk.
Now that we've got everything on the main PC hooked up, we actually are moving on to the streaming PC here, and I got it, as you can see, on some wheels, so that if I ever want to move it onto the TV that's going up on the other side, I can easily just wheel it out, roll it over. Obviously the cable management's not going to be the best because it's going to be on the floor, so I won't be able to keep it as clean on this side, but for the most part you still won't be able to see a lot of cables from where I'm sitting, so I'm not super worried about it. But yeah, let's get this thing hooked up and ready to go.
I'll go over both PC specs later on, but for now, that got hooked up and slid right into place. With this, we need our stream camera, which is held up by the Elgato cam arm. The camera body itself is a Sony a6100 with the kit 16-50 lens for streaming. It's a big jump over a webcam, and for the price of around like $750, it really makes a big difference and the quality's really nice for it. It is of course hooked up into the Elgato Cam Link for easy HDMI transfer between the cam and the computer. The chair that I spend way too much time in is the Secret Labs Titan. I got this as a present a few years back and I honestly love it. It's super comfortable, it reclines all the way back for when I want to kick my feet up for a bit. Being 6'3", this chair is perfect for my height, as I find most typical office chairs are too small and cramped for me, but this thing's fantastic. The build quality is great, and honestly I just couldn't recommend it enough for anyone that struggles to find themselves a comfortable chair. Wrapping up our last few accessories on the desk, we first have my Western Digital 14TB external hard drive that holds almost all of my footage and photos that I take on a daily basis. Underneath my desk is a footrest that's been a huge help for gaming. It provides better posture and my legs don't sit awkward for too long. And finally, on top of my desk is a phone stand. Eventually this will be a wireless charger, but for now it's just something to prop my phone up while I work. And finally, the two machines that are powering the setup. First up is the main PC that you see here. Inside of it, I am rocking an Asus X570 motherboard, an AMD Ryzen 9 5900X, 64 gigabytes of G.Skill Trident 3600 MHz RAM, a Zotac 3090 graphics card, 9 Lian Li SL RGB fans, an NZXT Kraken AIO with a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse GIF, and all of this is wrapped into a Lian Li 011 dynamic case. I know it's basic, but I love the open design and it looks great, so oh well. Down in the streaming PC, colors mismatch, which I will change. In here is a Ryzen 7 3700X, a 3060 Ti, and 32 gigabytes of RAM. Just wanted something that can stream and record while my main PC just produces the best quality game that it can. I also wanted something that could double as a nice setup if someone stays over and wants to play on a PC.
And that is going to wrap up part one of this brand new build. I wasn't thinking about making this a multiple part series, but it just kind of worked out that way. I still have a bunch of stuff I got to do on the other side of the room. I'm putting up a TV, an entertainment center. Obviously you guys are able to see that in the next video, so I'm not going to spoil too much for you. Probably one of my favorite purchases I've ever made is going to be in the next video. It doesn't get here till the 15th or 16th, so the video will be put out after that. I really don't have any big fancy RGB lights to go over or anything like that. I'm just using a Godox light as of right now until I want to get some fuller lamps, I want to get some RGB lamps, I want to get some RGB lights just to go up around the room, add a little bit more character, be able to control the lighting, the mood of the room every time. Everything that you guys saw in this video will be linked down in the description below so that you can go purchase this for your setup if you need it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. It was kind of my first attempt at doing a brand new revamped setup, so I've done about 3 or this might be version 4 of my setup, but I really haven't filmed a bunch, so I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you come back for more. I will see you in the next one when we put the other half of the room together. There might be a part 3, just me doing, final touches, artwork, paintings, things like that around the room. Other than that, this should be like a 2, maybe 3-part series. For now, that is all from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in the next one. Have a fantastic day. I will see you later. Smooches. Mwah. Peace out.